That was right here. Comes off.
That's what you needed to do.
Alright everybody, it's Lance when it cuts brush. I'm at 750 hours on this machine, this 270T. You're supposed to get it serviced about every 500 hours. But for some reason we're getting, and this has just recently happened today, when you get into it, it seems like it's starving for fuel. The machine just feels like it's bogging down. So the two things I'm thinking is A, it's not getting enough air, two, it's not getting enough fuel. Check the oil in it already. Oil pressure is good. We had to put a little more oil in it. You know how these diesel engines, they just chew up oil. Got a good little rain going. That's another reason why I'm doing this today. Inside here, we're going to change the air filter. We're going to change the fuel filter. That's the two things we're going to do first. Now, I don't know if that's the actual reason that the machine's doing what it's doing right now, and it's just sort of going wide open. All of a sudden, it just stops. And then you want to go again. It's and then you get a red indicator. I'm going to try to do a checks and balances here. We're going to check. We're going to go through the progression. We're going to change the two fuel filters. We're going to change the two air filters. And if we need to change the oil, we'll change the oil. But I don't think we'll have to do that just yet. But we went ahead and bought everything we could for it already. $324 later. And try to get this thing knocked out. So I'm gonna walk you through how we change the fuel filters and how we change the air filters. So we're gonna start with the air filters first. So let's get right into it. For the air filter, let's come right here and I'll show you. I don't know if this lighting is any good for you guys, but we're gonna make do. It's just these two clips right here. Clip it off. As you clip these, you're gonna pull down. There's a little hole right here for it to breathe. And then you're gonna walk it left or right up and just pull it right out. And then you pull out this first filter. You know, I'm pretty sure the second filter's right here. And we pull it out too. So like I said, second filter comes out, first filter, pull it on out. It's a new air filter right here. Serial number for those of you that want it. If I'm guessing, man, I'm betting, man, this is the secondary air filter right here. Air filter right here. And that's the part number there. Nice little box. I'm gonna keep those. All right. Now we just rinse and repeat. So we're gonna put this one in. But here's the new filter. And let's see. Let's compare it. I'd say there's a bit of a difference. I'm gonna put that. Let's see. It's supposed to go into this. These two little flanges right here are supposed to go into this air filter. So I'm trying to find. That was right here. You okay? So this is where it draws. This is where your first part of your filter draws the air in. It's where it's pulling it in from, and then it sort of feeds it through here. But you got, let's get any better angle. These two little clip catchers, or whatever you want to call them. I call them just clips. You want to angle it down. Let me see if I can't get a better view. You want to take, and these are going to go in there. It just needs to push in a little more. There it goes. Right there. It just needed a little more. Need a little more ass behind it. And these two clip right back. Just let it ride back. And then it's in there. And this goes to the battery. This right here slides in and out. That's where it's pulling air from, right here. Just get it to move. Alright. Take this sensor off before anything goes bad. I got it. Alright. So that comes off. Give me that pan. And I'm assuming this is the front. And what we have to do is this bottom's going to come off too. Yep, that comes off. See, this one's got a sensor on it, so I'm gonna put this one back on. It's not the same either. That's the whole point. See? I'm gonna come back later, show you the final product, and I'll sort of talk you through this part, get it done, and film it. I've got some places I need to be this afternoon. But anyways, when I snap my fingers, this is gonna be done. I ended up taking this oil filter off, and we looked, my brother and I looked and looked and looked, even took a selfie stick on a phone and filmed down in there and could not find that second fuel filter. Now we've called everybody under the sun to sort of figure out where it was at. Now that I've got this done, I'm gonna put the hours and the date of when I did it, get it marked so that we know whenever we did it. Normally when you do this, you put a date down so that you know when it was done and how many hours, so that you know when to change it. We just did the air filter, and now we're doing the fuel. We did the fuel filter. We're gonna see if this fixes it, this bogged down. Air and fuel, two things that bog down an engine if it doesn't have enough of it. So hopefully that was what did it. Let's see if this thing does like it's supposed to. go dump this thing. All right, so let's talk about this dump truck right now. Problems I'm having driving it. Two things I've got to get done. I've got to get my A-class. I've got my B-class license. I drove school buses as an assistant principal. That's my day-to-day job. You have to pass the class to be able to drive the bus, so when you drive a bus, you get a B-class. B-class is 26,000 pounds GVWR. So if I just wanted to drive the dump truck, load, haul, dump, I could do it with just this. But because I want to haul a trailer, the other caveat to hauling a trailer is you have to have a trailer with items on it less than 10,000 pounds for a B class to be able to work. That's for any class technically. Anything over 10,000 pounds with a trailer, you're going to have an A class. So as of right now, the two things I've got to get done, I've got the trailer on the way. I bought me a 25-foot pintle hitch with a dovetail, so it's a 25 and 5, and I'm gonna use this truck to haul it around. The A-class license has got to get done first, and now I've got an issue with this transmission. I can't downshift. I've had 3 other guys that drive trucks for a living try to downshift this truck, and it's just not doing it. I think the synchronizers are burned up. I think what I'm going to do, because this is a Spicer 7, I don't know if you can see this right here, because this is a Spicer 7, they are a fickle transmission. Anybody I've talked to said they're tough to deal with, hard to work with. So I'm going to switch it over, at least try to switch it over to a Eaton. It's going to cost me about $5,000, which in the scheme of things, you can't get an automatic any cheaper than $25,000, $30,000 anyways. So I figure I just spend the money up front, get a couple jobs, and pay myself back. So what I'm going to do is try to drop an Eaton transmission in this, talk to the guys up at Diesel Solutions, and they're going to help me out with that, get it figured out. I'm going to drop it off next week. So if you don't see any videos with this truck, that might be why. This is the truck video I'm going to have, sort of explaining everything about it. But right now we're just going to go ahead and try this dump bucket out. So let's see what happens. This truck, hopefully the camera doesn't die now. This truck is a 1989 S1900. It's got a DT466 in it, a GVWR of what we think is 26,000 pounds. So it does not have a GVWR on the title. Everything I've looked online has said that. But the truck is in really nice shape. It's no rust. For a 1989 in the mountains, close to it, it was taken care of. The new tires on the front. Paint job. There'll be a couple places where it can use some paint, but I like to patina, honestly. I like them to look used, wore out, come with dents in them. You know, the whole 9 yards. PTO works good, air brakes work good on it. It's just an all-around really nice truck. The only problem is what we talked about. One, I got to get my A-class, which is going to cost, if I had done it in February like you were supposed to, could have just grandfathered in, took the test and been doing. Now I got to take an actual class. whole 9 yards is just a pain in the butt. The other thing is that Spicer 7, I mean, it's tough. And I'll show you just me driving it around the farm. Getting it here from Southern Pines, which is about 2 hours from where I live, was a daunting task. That transmission does not downshift appropriately. Now, I might not be doing it right, but I've had 3 different guys drive it that drive big rigs all the time. I said, test drive it, see what you think. They said, we can't downshift. You gotta be at the perfect RPM, blah, 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 the whole 9 yards to get it to even think about shifting into a lower gear. All right, so just to give you a taste of what I got, I'm not gonna drive it on the road. This transmission is super fickle. Actually, I got it in gear right now, I'm pretty sure. So like I said, it's old International S1900, and it is a regular cutoff. I mean, the truck, you don't get no better than it just cranking right on up now. And I mean that. What you're gonna see is that getting going ain't the hard part. Let's see, let's make sure I'm in second. Reverse. Second. I mean, it just goes right easy right into second gear. I mean, when I'm getting up on the road and going, no problem at all. It's changing or downshifting in the gears that I'm having the most issue with now. Somebody's going to be able to tell me the magic trick, and I hope so. You're going to be able to see in just a second. Like when I want to downshift in a second, let's say I'm coming up to a light. Everybody see how hard that is? When I get down to a lower point, it may just be I'm pressing the clutch too hard. I just don't know the RPMs to the truck or something, but it feels like the synchronizers are just off. Brake lights don't work on it, but overall, it's a damn nice truck. Now, it's this Spicer 7 that I'm having the issue with, and for somebody that doesn't drive a manual every day, which is me, it's been a lot. I'm gonna have to do a lot of driving to get used to it, but for the most part, it does a good job. I'm actually we're gonna go dump some dirt. I'm gonna see, dump it right over here somewhere. Pull up a little bit. It's gonna swing out this way. So unhook it here.
You got one more time to get.
Hey everybody, it's Lance Minicuts Brush. Just wanted to end the video by saying thank you. You guys have been amazing. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. You know, it only felt like it was yesterday we just started out. Couldn't be here without you, and just wanted to know that I appreciate everything you do, all the time you spend watching my videos. It takes a lot to get these videos together, and knowing that there are people that sit down and watch me work and have a good time doing something, you know, outside of what my regular job would be is something special. So I just wanted to say thank you again, and continue to watch. I'm only going to try to make these better. So critique me, help me get better at this. We're working through this together. So like I said, guys, I appreciate you and hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.